Enle, Esiku Dede Asiko yi. Hey guys, it's Aderonke as always, and today I'm going to teach you the difference between the Yoruba words Baba, Baba, Baba-Ńlá, and Baba-Ńlá. So, ìyàtọ̀ tó wà láàrin Baba, Baba, Baba-Àgbà àti Baba-Ńlá. The first is Baba, and Baba is father. Baba is used to address one's father, so you would call your own father Baba, or any man who's old enough to be your father, usually as a sign of respect. You don't call adults by their first name directly, even if you happen to know what their first names are, as it is very, very disrespectful according to the Yoruba tradition and culture. So you would call your own father Baba. You would call an uncle that is old enough to be your father Baba. If you know maybe a place where they live, or for instance, I used to call my grandmother before, actually my grandfather as well, before he died, Baba-Ńlá, because he lived at a town, or pretty much a community. It's not even big enough to be a town. He lived in a community that they called Iriakari. If you're addressing a man who has, let's say, a set of twins, for instance, or a set of triplets, instead of just Baba, to aid the Baba, not necessarily aid, but even beautify the Baba more, you would call them Baba Ibeji, Baba Abeji, father of twins, or Baba Beta, father of triplets, or Baba Aberi, father of quadruplets. So whatever, let's say you are all in or your state, for instance, and a man is from Lagos, you could call him Baba Eko, because if you were all in Lagos state and you called him Baba Eko, there would be like several Baba Ekos, since there are many men who live in Lagos. If you're not all in Lagos and there's a man who's from Lagos who's among you, you could call him Baba Eko. Just you may or may not. That is if he's old enough to be your father. And even aside that, in the Yoruba culture, if there's a man who has children, even if the man is your age mate, you are supposed to refer to the man as Baba, whatever the name of his children are. So my mom would sometimes call my dad Baba-Ńlá. It's not that my dad is old enough to be a father, but it's just normal in the culture to call men the name of their children. So my grandmother would often call my father Baba-Ńlá. He's not old enough to be my grandmother's father, because my father is my grandmother's child, but is referring to my father as Baba, the name of his child. So you would often find things, you would often hear things like that. However, if you're going to call someone Baba, whatever the name of their child is, you have to be careful, because if the child is older than you would not call them that. You would not call them Baba, the name of their child. For instance, my younger cousin would not call my father Baba-Ńlá, because even Ronke is not her mate. So that's why I said you have to be careful with the usage. I'm not her mate. She would usually call me Egbon or Auntie me, or she calls me all sorts, but she's like 3. So she wouldn't call my father Baba-Ńlá. It's also disrespectful as well. She would just say Baba. Because even my father is like probably even old enough to be a father's father. So no, she wouldn't say Baba. The person you're going to refer to, if you're going to say Ronke has to be like way, way, way younger than you. Way, 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 way younger than you for you to call my father Baba-Ńlá. If you want to refer to your own father, you would say Babami. So if your father is amongst a group of men, let's say, is friends, and you want to differentiate and speak to your own biological father, you would say, Baba-mi, Baba-mi. So your father would know that, well, my child wants to have a word or wants to tell me something, and will tell you to draw closer so you can whisper it in their ear or maybe say it aloud, however you want to do it. So Baba-mi is my father. However, it's not uncommon as well for people to call people who are not their biological fathers Baba-mi. So if I see maybe Baba Elebubo, for instance, I would want to call him Baba-mi just because I consider him precious, just as precious as my own father. I would call him Baba-mi. Another one is Baba-Ńlá. So old or elderly father is Baba-Ńlá. Baba-Àgbà. Àgbà is old. So Baba-Ńlá, old or elderly father. Mind you, you could call your own grandfather Baba as well. You could call your own grandfather Baba as well. Oh, Baba Mumbo, Baba Mutinlo, Baba, or Baba-Ńlá, because this Baba is old or elderly, probably even older than your own father. So used to address people who are old enough to be one's grandfather, usually as a sign of respect. Older males who are in their 70s and beyond are referred to as Baba-Ńlá. So they're not just Baba, they're not just old enough to be your father. These are like old, elderly men. So you'd call them Baba-Ńlá, Baba-Ńlá, old father. So there's a Yoruba adage that says, Bí ọmọdé bá láṣọ bí àgbà, kò lè ní àkísà bí àgbà. Bí ọmọdé bá láṣọ bí àgbà, kò lè lákìsà bí àgbà. The transliteration is, if a young person has clothes like the older or the elder, they cannot have rags like the older or the elder. So it means even if a child or a young person has the number of clothes that an older person has, they cannot have the number of rags that the older person has. This is because the child has not worn the clothes long enough for them to become rags yet. Even if a child has everything that an older person has, they've not had enough experiences. So this is just making a reference to the experience that an older person would have. So if you're calling someone Baba-Ńlá, you're not even just making a reference to their age, you're paying homage to the experience as well. The next one is old or elderly man or master of wisdom. Baba, Baba, Baba. It's used to address a man who is old or elderly, especially one who is old enough to be one's granduncle or grandfather. It can be used interchangeably with Baba-Ńlá, but Baba is even more respectful, as it shows that we regard the person as one who is wise, knowledgeable, intelligent, or skilled in an art or part of the culture or history. A man who is to be consulted not just for advice, but during vital decision-making processes in the community. There's a Yoruba adage that says, Arabani Baba, eni abalabani Baba. Arabani Baba, eni abalabani Baba. The transliteration is, cotton tree is the father, the person that was in the village before us, or that we met in the village, or that was present in the village before we were born, is the father's father, or the master. That's the transliteration. And the meaning is, the cotton tree is the father or the master. It can actually be interpreted in two ways. So the first one is that the cotton tree is the father or the master, but whoever we meet in the village where the cotton tree is located is the father of the father or the master. He has lived there and he knows the do's and don'ts of the tree and of the community itself. So you're recognizing that the cotton tree is old and has been there for a while. Like, cotton trees are usually grounded. They're huge trees and they're really they're magnificent. So you're recognizing that they're strong and they're whatnot. But whoever lives in the place where the cotton tree is located and knows the do's and don'ts of the tree and the community is the master of both the tree and the rest of the community. So you're paying homage. You can also interpret it as The father is the cotton tree, or is as strong as. It's actually a metaphor there. So Arabani Baba is a metaphor. The father is the cotton tree, or is as strong as the cotton tree. He is a force. But the elders who have lived in the village before we were born are even greater masters of the community than just the father. That's another way to interpret it. And that is probably more detailed or even deeper than the first interpretation that I gave. So these are the two ways. But it's saying, apart from your father, the older men in the community, or the older women, the elderly that were born before anyone even thought you would ever exist in a particular community, are the masters of that community. So listen to them. That's basically what it's saying. Arabani Baba, Arabani Baba, Eni Abalabani Baba, Baba, Baba. In conversations, you would often hear people say, "Àwọn baba wa money, money. Àwọn baba wa moyan, moyan. Àwọn baba wa money, money. Àwọn baba wa moyan, moyan." So, àwọn baba wa money, money or àwọn baba wa moyan, moyan are people who are quite influential. They are not just wise, they are not just elders in the community that are consulted. They are also influential. Àwọn baba wa money, money. Àwọn baba wa moyan, moyan. The last one is Baba-Ńlá, Baba-Ńlá, and the plural is àwọn Baba-Ńlá, and it means great father or ancestor or godfather or forefather. So, Odùduwà, for example, Lámúrúdu, all these people, or Kànbí, all these people that lived long before, any of us even thought that we would exist, except we are their reincarnations and whatnot. We call them Baba-Ńlá, especially the ones that had a part in the establishment of the Yoruba culture. So these are people that founded the culture and know more about the culture than any of us. That they know the beginning of how everything came to be. Àwọn Baba-Ńlá. So in conversations, you would often hear people say, Baba-Ńlá, àwọn Baba-Ńlá wa. Àwọn Baba-Ńlá wa máa ń sọ wípé, our forefathers used to say, or àwọn Baba-Ńlá wa sọ pé, our forefathers said this and that and that and that. Let me give you one contemporary reference to Baba-Ńlá. If you've read the book Animal Farm, Old Major in the book is the Baba-Ńlá of the animals. Baba-Ńlá, the forefather, the great father, the ancestor. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want me to talk more about it, or if you have any questions, ask me in the comment section and I would reply. Have a great day and bye-bye.